Well, back to the average Earth experience. Terrible Jobs is a game I found on itch.io where you have to survive a whole month in a job you don't like. It's a simple idea, but with a great execution. The first thing I saw is that the creator used Godot to make this game. Well, I've never ventured doing something more complex than that Corpus Alarm from Warframe.
Dot je Jotkoi.
And there's also a video that shows a bit of the creating process in the gameplay. I should have seen it first before venturing into the game. It would have made my runs much easier. But anyway, let's get started. So, there's this giant bar at the top of the screen that warns you when it's time to work. And the six color bars that show your basic needs: dirtiness, bladder, I don't know why we don't pin the shower, stress, sleep, hunger, and take the trash out. If you don't go to work or any of these bars gets to 100%, you are done for. Also, our character is a goat. The gameplay consists of this cycle of working and relieving your needs, but with a twist. Every day you earn money and can buy some props that help you. Well, kind of that. Peeing in a bottle while watching TV, drinking coffee to sleep less, or sleeping to reduce hunger. This is not helping, this is coping. But there are also the good ones. You can earn money to watch TV, sell your trash, and even monetize your bathwater. Now, this is kind of weird, but okay. Also, every week you get a bad working condition that makes your life harder. It can be anything from having to stand all day, taking more working hours, earning less money, and even something that's really profitable in the game. I'm sorry, I just lost it, which is receiving useless pamphlets from work. You'll see why it's good in my last run. Anyway, those conditions force you to adapt and choose your props wisely. And the last thing before we get to the runs is that after working for 5 days, you get a weekend off. In this time, you just have to keep your bars up, but you can do whatever you want. You won't have to stop to work. And that is the time where, if you have the right prop, you can earn money. Passive income to the rescue. That was my main strategy in all runs, but let's get started to the first one.
Run dun dun dun. Run dun dun.
My first run was the most difficult one because I thought you were supposed to get one of each prop instead of accumulating a few and specializing on them. So at one point they started overflowing from this main bar on the screen and one of them went to the bottom. I don't know if I have OCD, but this bothers me a lot. By the end of the first week, I just had one prop that could make passive income, which was that one from the TV. And I've actually used just that one for the whole run because I thought it would be a more humane alternative than selling bath water or just buying heating to produce trash to sell. After surviving like this for 4 weeks, you beat the game. And this is the ending screen. Now, there are other 7 ending screens, and I'll talk more about all of them later. Let's focus on the second run now.
Potatus.
On my second run, I found out how we're supposed to use the props correctly, so I chose to specialize on the sleep and watching TV ones. One thing that I found boring though is that when you accumulate more than one of those props for earning passive income, you still earn it at the same rate. So that's the main reason because I didn't know we were supposed to accumulate them. Instead of earning like $1, $1, $1, $1, $1, $1, I still got $4. $4. Or that makes it much more difficult to realize if you are actually improving or just stuck like you were with a single prop. This run was cool and all, I'm lying, it was pretty tedious to watch the TV static, but I realized that you could earn a lot more by using another strategy in my next run.
Standing here, I realize.
If you take a look at this prop right here, One Man's Treasure, it's one of those that makes passive income, but I didn't know it was the most profitable one. It says that you gain $1 for every 35 trash taken out. Now, I have no idea what this 35 means. I don't know if it's a percentage or a fraction of some units of time, but it works. To make things better, my first debuff was this one that makes your garbage grow automatically, so you don't need to eat or do anything for it to accumulate. And this is a gold mine in this situation because it was also my passive income. This was the first time I made it to the hundreds in the game. It allowed me to get the props I wanted even faster and faster as the game progressed. I didn't even realize when it ended. And that was the last run. Now let's go check the endings. This is the first and most obvious ending to get. You receive it when you finish the game. And it says you were promoted. You suffered a lot and actually got better per se working conditions, at least in money. But look at this guy's face. It's not the expression of a happy person. It looks like he'll do the same thing over and over again. If you just wander around the house instead of going to work, then the character will get late. And by the time he reaches the train station, the last one has already departed. So he makes an interesting conclusion that he'll basically be paying to work and goes back home. If you don't shower regularly to work, eventually you'll get this ending here, where you got too stinky and no one wants to work with you. But hey, in the way home you'll find a friend. And I don't know why, but this guy reminds me of Edwin.
My name is Edwin.
Now, this is the worst ending in my opinion. You couldn't be at home, and when you got to work, you couldn't hold it in anymore. So you don't even go to the bathroom, just do it there, in front of all those people, and they start making fun of you. No one should do that. I love this ending. It's probably the best one. You didn't go to work because you got too stressed and nobody even noticed. And look at this guy's pose. It's almost a T pose, even. It's amazing. It asserts dominance. If you don't sleep enough at home, then when you get to work, you just do that. For me, it's a bit difficult to relate to that because I've never fell asleep in public, but I can understand what that feels like. I almost did it in those 7 a.m. computer engineering classes. I don't even remember what a 555 is anymore. Look at that car. Well, it's what happens when you don't take the trash out. Also, it's another ending where you make a friend. And last but not least, if you don't eat, well, you return to, I don't know what the ancestor of a goat is, but you go rampant at work and, well, at least you're not hungry anymore. That was Terrible Jobs and its 8 endings. I really liked the game. It's some 20 few minutes of gameplay, but that's pretty amazing. But one thing I got myself thinking was, what if our character had ADHD or had to go to college? How many bars would we need to keep this poor thing alive? Anyway, I'm leaving the link of the game in the description, and I'm also planning to bring new games here, like On Your Tail. But that's like 50 to 20 hours of gameplay, so it's a real stretch. And I need to see if this video goes well first. Thanks for watching this disaster until here. I'm not very experienced with editing, but I'm learning, although it still takes some more hours than I'd like to admit. Well, like this video if you liked, subscribe if you want to. Please don't exterminate my existence from this planet if you don't like. And that's it. Bye. Have a good day, night, evening, morning, I don't know.